right. We're good. All right, people. Hi, y'all. I have with me Tim Spaniol with South State Bank. He's one of my preferred lenders. You know why? Because he has stuff that we can use. And as an agent, I want to provide products that my clients can use. So Tim, can you please tell us, what do you have for first-time home buyers or people that need some sort of financing to purchase a house?
Well, we've got a lot of programs, actually.
Okay.
Yeah. And for the first-time home buyers out there, we have 100% financing. And in addition to that, we have 100% financing with no mortgage insurance.
Nice.
And
Can you tell us what that means?
It means that with private mortgage insurance, if you don't have the ability to put 20% down on a home, anything less, you're going to be charged mortgage insurance and by any lender. And that's really the traditional types of lending. But with this product, it happens to be our own portfolio product. And we do not require it. So you can get up to 100% financing, and we have grants to help you cover closing costs. So it's a win-win for first-time home buyers.
Nice.
Yeah.
Okay, I love that. I want to put my clients in a position to win. So I like that he ended it with win-win, because I love to put my clients in a position to win. And another thing to put you in a position to win, to save you some time on the home buying process, is to start by getting pre-approved, pre-qualified, if you will. And I'm going to let Tim explain what the difference between the two, pre-qualification and pre-approval.
Pre-qualified is when we first speak to a borrower, and they give us basically some basic information over the phone or however we do it online. And normally we don't go through the whole credit process on pre-qualification. We get some preliminary information and try to decipher if we can still continue with a loan application. The pre-approval process, however, is a little different. It's a little more involved. However, it is a much better way to qualify for a loan, to let everybody know, hey, I'm qualified for this loan product. So it does involve some information from you, but it's a much safer, more secure way to get a loan.
Got you.
To get qualified for a loan, I should say.
Would you go to the store knowing that you want to buy something without having money in your pocket? I don't think so, right? So the same thing applies when you're going to purchase a house. Like, you want to know that you have the funds to go to get the house. That's why it's important to get pre-approved or pre-qualified before you look at a house, so you're not wasting your time or the person you've hired to help you, you know? Another thing is, I would suggest knowing what documentation that you need to get pre-approved and pre-qualified. Tim, what documentation do they need?
It does vary depending on the type of borrower, but mainly pay stubs, tax returns if we need those, W-2s, employer W-2s, bank statements, and that's really all you need, even for the pre-approval process. We have to look at your credit report, of course, and we need to match it up with the right loan product.
Okay.
And once we do that, you're off and running. You have that piece of paper in your hand. You can feel confident to make it, especially in this competitive market. You can speak to that. And but you're ready to go.
Absolutely.
Make your offer.
Absolutely. And having that pre-approval letter ahead of time, it puts you in a good position when you're ready to look at houses. So after we have our consultation, our buyer's consultation, you already have your pre-approval letter. We can just start looking at houses right then and there. If you find something that same day, you don't have to wait to get all your documentation into your lender to get that letter. You already have it. You see what I'm saying? So that's why you hire us.
That's right.
So another thing I want you guys to know and understand is, what does the process look like once you get under contract? So imagine this: you got your pre-approval letter, you had your consultation with me, we signed the buyer's agreement, we looked at a house, you're under contract. I send your contract, your ratified contract, to Tim. What does that look like once you get the contract?
Once I get the contract, we review the information we already have in hand. and we enter it into the system, and we just make sure all the I's are dotted, the T's are crossed. We do review the contract with you to see if there's any contingencies that we need to be aware of. And then once we do that, it gets submitted into our processing, who again goes over it, double checks behind us, make sure everything's there. Then it goes from there on to an underwriter, and the underwriter makes a decision about a final decision about loan approval. And it's really that simple.
Nice.
Yeah. And then when you're ready to close, of course, you're going to get all kinds of notifications along the way.
Yes, you will. But those notifications is just to reassure you that everything is happening when it's supposed to happen.
That's
and
right.
how it's supposed to happen. And I love that about Tim and how he handles our transactions and our clients. Pause. Okay, just want to make sure we're still recording. We're going to edit that out.
All right.
Another question I wanted to ask you, Tim, is, okay,
Appraisal?
appraisal.
Yeah.
Yes. Set the tone for appraisal. So after you get your home under contract, you get your home inspection done, I negotiate repairs, if any. After I say, hey, we're all good on the home inspection, Tim, let's go ahead and order appraisal. What does that look like?
Well, that's something we do internally on behalf of you, the client. And we do require payment up front for the appraisal, but we do credit that back to you at time of closing. And once we order the appraisal, your expectation could be that they will go out, review the property. We should have it back within 7 to 10 business days.
Okay.
Sometimes sooner.
Now you said it will be credited back to them. What is the amount that you usually charge, or that the bank usually charges?
It just depends on the area, but the basic charge is between $500 and $600.
Okay.
Yeah.
See, we want to know numbers, right?
Yeah. That's right.
Perfect. Okay, another thing, and then we're gonna let you go, Tim, because we've been talking his head off. I want to know, what are some of the things that come up? Just set expectations. Those negative things that you've seen over the past. Set expectations of things that could possibly come up that can hold up a deal.
One of the biggest things is not getting the proper paperwork up front. You know, not getting it in pieces. You know, sometimes people send me pieces of pay stubs or pay stubs that are out of date. And if you we'll send you out a list, and then when you just follow the A, B, C, D, write down the list, and submit your paperwork. That's one of the biggest holdups, is not having the proper paperwork up front. That and maybe some sort of delay during negotiation process.
Okay.
That could be an issue, but other than that, once we have everything up front that we need, the process goes very quickly.
Okay. Now, what are some of the things that you would recommend that purchasers do not do before getting under contract and after getting under contract?
Do not open any new credit. do not, when you apply for a loan or you're under contract, it's not a good idea to go out and buy that car that you wanted. You know, wait till after. I think that's the biggest thing we see with people.
Okay.
And don't quit your job. If you're terminated involuntarily, you know, let us know right away. We can probably work around that. But they will. We do an employment verification up front, and before you close, there's another employment verification done. So we keep our eye on that.
Oh my
Believe me.
gosh. Okay, I don't mean to cut you off, but you said something that just popped in my head, and I know I've dealt with this in the past. So clients will be like, oh my gosh, why do they keep asking me for the same information over and over? Can you tell them why you ask for the same information?
Well, sometimes it's because we're still not getting the information we requested, you know, the right information.
Okay.
Every once in a while, somebody's not looking at their homework and didn't see what you said the last time. And, you know, this does happen. We're all human. But for the most part, the biggest thing is we did not get what we asked for, requested.
So we have to do our parts, okay? Everyone has to do their parts. But listen, we got a ton of great information today, and if you want more, please drop your questions in the comments below. And myself, Taj, or Tim will reach out to you with the answers to your question. I can be reached at 804-433-0863 or DM me or check out my website. And Tim can be reached
804-316-3038. And my email, well, just call me there. You can reach me almost anytime or text me. That's the easiest way to get a hold of me.
For sure. And I'm also going to just tag him and drop his contact information in the comments below. But until next time, see you later.
All right.
That went a little